Sleeping in our cars was hot and scary.
Some days we didn't eat at all. I remember being scared all the time.
When my dad left, I didn't know if I would ever see him again. I knew my mom was sad, but I couldn't help her.
It really came close to home when one night we got a call from a mom. She needed help. She needed shelter that night for her son and her. We didn't know how severe it was. She looked all put together. She looked like everything was perfect, but in the home, it was different. It was ugliness, it was abuse. And finally she made a stand. I know of Brevard Rescue Mission. I know that they seek shelter for these women. A couple of days later, an apartment came open. And little did she know that this place would change her life, would change her son's life. She was able to get her feet on the ground, get a career, and get her and her son back to normal life.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to turn. A lot of the time I would put them to sleep and I'd be in tears just not knowing what to do. I was an active drug user for years, and through that process my children had to go live with their grandparents. They were removed from my home. I was homeless, living in a tent in the woods, and just one night I was like, I'm done. I didn't like who I was anymore. When I looked in the mirror, I hated myself. Like, I knew I could do so much better than where I was at, and I knew that I needed to do it for my children because it was at a breaking point. I put them through a lot. And now, at first I felt a lot of guilt and shame, but now I know that the best way to make up for what I put them through is by giving them the best life that I can.
I like their mission of breaking the cycle, not just giving someone something over and over and over, but teaching them how to actually live and budget, because whether you know it or not, our kids do mimic us, and they watch us, they listen to us, whether we think they do or not.
When I was younger, I really didn't understand God, and I didn't understand His blessings and how they affected me in life. But when I got Brevard Rescue Mission, it was something strong in my spirit. Grasped that. That was the first time I ever realized that He existed. Everybody had a specific role, and when that person wasn't there to do that role, then someone else filled in, and it helped me a lot. It helped me realize that people cared about me. There's so many other people cared about me, people that I didn't even know from the start.
The mothers themselves have been the products of homelessness, and now to have that same scenario for their children is really very sad. So by the women becoming independent, they show their own children that this is the way. This is the way. With Christ at the center of your life, you are able to make these changes.
I'm a different person now than I was before. I plan to get into the medical field, which I'm actually in the process right now. And then from there, I would like to continue my schooling to be a RN. Thank you so much. If it wasn't for Brevard Rescue Mission, then I don't know where myself and my children would be.
With whatever we're blessed with, I feel like we can bless others. And for Brevard Rescue Mission, it's local, it's here. We're able to impact one family at a time. Just one family at a time, one child at a time, one connection at a time makes that difference.
I'm Celeste Sapp, I'm 12 years old, and I'm here for Brevard Rescue Missions because I do fundraisers and things like that to donate money to help them. We really take our lives for granted when there's kids out there that don't have fathers or have abusive fathers, for example. I feel like our community needs to know that and understand that. People always say that we're the future, and that's like, we have to show them that we are the future because we can make a difference in the world and make the world a better place for us to live in, for our kids to live in, for like the whole world to live in if we just put ourselves out there.
I alone cannot change the world.
I alone cannot change the world.
But I can cast a stone across the waters.
I alone cannot change the world,
but I can cast a stone across the waters
To create many ripples.
to create many ripples.
to create many ripples.